Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the black carpet of one of the biggest shows on television, Starz' Outlander, which is beginning the second half of its first season. We'll be bringing you interviews with the entire cast and all the celebrity attendees, so get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and the last time I saw this beautiful woman was before season 1, and now we're at the halfway point, and you're at Ziegfeld. How insane is this?
Kind of crazy, but it's kind of wonderful. No, it's amazing. I'm stoked. I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even realize it was going to be this spectacular, but it is. It's pretty cool.
You're like, this Starz network, it's okay.
I know,
you
know, they do well by us. I like that.
You guys just won a People's Choice Award. When you see how much of the fans have supported this show, I mean, you knew there was already a fan base, but when you see how much they've taken to supporting this show, how insane is it?
They're so amazing. I mean, the enthusiasm, the energy that comes from them, it's incredible. I mean, they've raised so much money for my charity, which is World Child Cancer, or Sam's charity, and I don't know, every day you just get this outpouring of love from them, and it feels amazing. So thank you to them.
When you see Claire and what she's becoming, this is a period where women were not really empowered, and Claire is so empowered. Talk to me about bringing that to life, especially during the period that you're doing it with.
Well, I think she just doesn't realize that she is any different to any man in any room. You know, that's just Claire. She feels so passionately about everything that she feels that she doesn't even stop to think that maybe in this time she should not maybe speak out as much as she should about things. And, you know, and that has caused her some trouble, unfortunately. But I just love how forthright she is, and I love how outspoken she is, and it's really nice to go and play that, you know, to be able to play strength most of the time instead of maybe weakness or, I don't know, sadness or something like that. It's good because it's a nice part of yourself to exercise.
People have really become connected to the relationship that you and Caitriona bring to life. Talk to me about bringing that relationship to life, because from the episode where you guys consummate the relationship, I mean, there's such a sensuality between the two of them. Talk to me about that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that sort of really marks the start of their marriage, I guess, which is, you know, what is going to follow throughout the next, you know, few episodes and seasons, hopefully. And it's ever-changing, I think. You know, that moment of sensuality and discovering each other and learning about each other is really going to change. And throughout all the challenges and things that happen to them, yeah, they learn and develop this relationship.
Jamie's an adult, but we see him growing up right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's a young man. When we first meet him, he's got no responsibility. He's, you know, just returned back to Scotland and is no one to fend for but himself. And suddenly he's married. He's in a relationship, and he falls in love with a woman. And then in the second part of the season, we go back and we discover all the ancient history, the past that he hasn't dealt with his father, his sister, and ultimately Black Jack Randall as well.
When you see the way the fans have responded to this, obviously there was already a built-in fan base, but they've gone so passionately towards supporting the show.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the fan base and seeing that support.
Yeah, I mean, I've never quite had an experience where a show has had such a large group of people who have been waiting for a long time for this to be done, for these stories to be made, and then for them to be as encouraging and as pleased with what we've done is a mixture of relief and sort of joy. I mean, it's fantastic to have the response we've had. But yeah, there's a good dollop of relief in there, because I'm sure they'd let us know.
We're moving into the second half of the first season, and there's this show, so much physicality, so much incestuous drama. What can people expect in the second half?
I think the show continues to be, you know, big canvas. You know, there's a lot on the screen, a lot of different sort of aspects to it. So, you know, it continues to be political and personal and romantic and adventure and all those things sort of mixed up. The sort of, the threat of time travel lurking in the background. I mean, my involvement in this second half is blackjack and sort of building to the sort of denouement of this season, which is the encounter between Jack and Jamie in Wentworth. So.
A lot of physicality.
Yeah, there's some shocking moments of real surprises. The relationship between us grows. Well, I mean, it changes. Yeah. It alters in quite a sort of dark fashion. The relationship between Jamie and Claire gets stronger and stronger. Gellis comes to the fore. It's it's really quite amazing.
What's fascinating, you guys are the brutes of the group, but it's a strong female show because in a time where female empowerment wasn't accepted, we see strong female characters here.
That's incredible. I think the whole what surrounds Claire, I mean, she is so enigmatic. She's so intriguing. For Colin, who is this woman, And he cannot get an answer to the mystery of Claire, obviously, because she comes from another time. But she carries such a boldness, such a questioning, such skill. She's incredible. But I just can't really come to terms with her. I can't trust her. But he also, in some deep way, really respects her. But she's dangerous. She's so dangerous.
It's interesting enough. It's interesting enough in modern times to see a character like Claire. I mean, on television or in life, really, let alone the 18th century. And I think it's a testimony to Diana and to Ron that they've brought such a wonderful female character to the fore. It's great.
There's another character in the show, and it's Scotland. Talk to me about filming on location, because just the realism, it's got to be a paid vacation for you guys.
Yes, Scotland has been so kind to us, even though it's raining every day, at least 5 times a day. But, it pays off because then Scotland looks so magnificent. It's so green and so lush and so earthy, and that's definitely very much part of the show. I remember the premiere in Comic-Con in San Diego half a year ago, that we saw it on the big screen, the opening image, and it was just so breathtaking. I was like, am I in this? This is so wonderful. It's just beautiful.
When you see how much the fans have taken to the show, there was already a built-in fan base, but to win a People's Choice Award over shows like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead, to see how the fans have just supported in droves, it's got to be incredible.
It's amazing. The fans are really dedicated. They're passionate. They love the show. They love the material. They were willing to extend their trust to us, the production, that we weren't going to screw up their book. And I hope we rewarded that. So, we get an enormous amount of feedback, and you go out and see them in the line, and you can just see how thrilled they are, and it's great.
Season 1 was crazy, but Season 2 is going to be even crazier. I mean, without giving spoilers, there's some crazy stuff that goes down. He's crazy 3 times there. Tell me about what people can expect in the next half.
Well, the story picks up momentum. There's a lot of twists and turns coming down the pike. I mean, there's going to be a witch trial. We're going to go back to Lollybrook and meet Jamie's family and where he grew up. There's a big search episode where we have Claire and Jamie's sister Jenny go out on the road together, which I think is a wonderful show. And then it builds to this really harrowing, dark climax of the season, which is a tough way to go. And the people that don't know the books, I think, will not know where this show is going. And I'm very proud of the cast, and they were fearless in what they decided to do and what we asked for them. And I think it ends in a really great way.
Congrats, man.